Wait for it. Oh, there we are. Hello, everybody, and welcome along. Merry Christmas first of all, and Happy New Year to all my subscribers. This will be my last time you'll see me of the year before my final stream, which will be New Year's Eve for the horror show at Extreme Rules. But welcome along to a channel update and the first half of the 2022-23 Gateshead season review. So ultimately, then, what has it been? The channel, things are definitely changing. 2023, new year, new me, a challenge for everyone, and I'm looking for it's going to be one of them. It's going to be an exciting year for other things such as Gateshead football. Hopefully, I'm going to be going to St James's Park against Liverpool in February. I'm hoping anyway. Hopefully, I can scram some tickets. If there's no match on. Hello, bro.
Hello.
Yeah, right?
Alright.
So if there's no match on I think it's the 10th when Newcastle are supposed to be playing Leicester, I would be at the Newcastle-Leicester game if we're not at home to Dagenham, which still hasn't been confirmed. How are you anyway? So, Callum, Gateshead's first half of the season, what would you reckon?
Hello. Sorry, technical difficulties.
It's alright. What would you rate Gateshead's first half of the season?
I mean, we haven't done the best, but I would be fair. I would give them, I don't know, probably maybe a 4.
Yeah, like
5 out of 10. I mean, we haven't been the best, but I've got to say we have had good times, like good results.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like you say, we've played some really good football, and we've just been unlucky on a lot of the results.
Yeah, definitely, especially with all the draws we're getting.
I mean, we started the season off with, is it 3 draws in a row or 4 draws in a row, something like that?
Yeah. But what I think we need to do is put draws into wins.
Definitely, we need to take away that point and add 2 more into it, because we get a run going like we're on a bit now. We could see ourselves out of the relegation zone soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, you went down to Dagenham on the opening day. I would have joined you had I not have been going abroad.
Right, I'm sorry.
No bother. You obviously went to Dagenham on the opening weekend of the season. How, from your memory of back then, how would you have? Would you say we've changed our style of play at the moment, or?
I don't know, really. I mean, I thought from that point we were going to be mid-table-ish. And I don't know. We just... And then, but obviously not. And then we started picking draws up, and I was like, well, I suppose we might be just scraping relegation after all that. And then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think what first ticked it that it was going to be mid-table was when we threw away the win at Dagenham when they scored in like the 90th plus 5th minute.
Yeah, that was just unlucky.
To the point, and then it was a week later, the first home game at the stadium in the National League for 3 years against Barnet, and we were robbed by the 12th man, the referee.
Yeah, that's happened in a lot of cases. That the referee, a big part of like games is the referee.
The ref is horrendous. The referee is, well, everyone will know from obviously what's going to happen after New Year when I'm going to be hopefully match reaction and match reviewing with some of the players. Hopefully the referees will finally click on and stop being so delusional, because the one against Wealdstone when we lost 1-0 was horrendous.
That was absolutely
And then it carried on. I think we won our first game away on the road at home to Maidstone.
Yeah.
When we beat them 4-1, and then
Was it Maidenhead after that?
Yep, definitely. I've just been caught by my eye. There's this blue flashing light outside of my door. And we've got the fire brigade in our street. Lovely. Absolutely delightful. But no, definitely, I think we are in that position where we could survive, or could go down. It's in one of them. But the performance on Monday, on Boxing Day against York, was potentially one of the best I've seen.
Another level.
Best I think I've seen us play in a couple of years, and that goes to show, like, net after last season. Last season we were incredible. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But like my uncle said this to me the other week, and we went up far too early. Not like that it's a bad thing that we've went up. I just don't think we should have went up last season.
Yeah.
But anyway, lad, I'll let you get on. Thanks for joining the stream, and I will see you on Monday for the reverse fixture.
Alright, see you later.
Catch you in a bit.
See you.
So there you go. That is Callum's point. I'm going to see if we can get Mr. Armstrong active. Let's hopefully. It's not ringing, which would assume. Are we going to be able to get Freddie? I completely apologise for the flashing blue lights. It is June. I don't know, honestly. But yeah, like Callum said, it's been mix match all the way through. And I don't know what June has done, but we'll leave her to that. A season. Oh, Freddie says he'll join in 10. Lovely, lovely. So back to I think we'll go to the channel update. So there's a few things happening. I was, and this is a very, very, very lucky one, I was going to stream the Royal Rumble to see my review. So that will be early morning of Sunday the 29th of January. I will be streaming the Royal Rumble. I won't be too loud, obviously, because the mother will be in bed. But I will definitely try and be live and out all pay-per-views. So that should be good. Like I said to Callum there, I want to get interviews with the players afterwards, or stuff like that after a game, or interviews with the fans, see how everyone thinks on it. Maybe make some matchday vlogs, not include the match, obviously, because I like watching the match. I respect Freddie the Heat Army for continuing to record during a game. I think it's incredibly hard to, and so full respects to it, because it is incredible the work he does. Other than that, streams will continue. FIFA Career Mode is on its way. I just don't know what team do it with. So if you know my social medias, make sure to make sure to send some suggestions in. And it's been one of them. Like Callum said, the season on a whole has been okay, and then not great. I mean, we drew with Dagenham. We were 2-1 up for 94 minutes, and then Junior Morais went and scored a late equaliser, and that, I think, set a statement. And like I said, the following week, it was Barnet at home, and Ryan de Havilland and Ephraim Mason-Clark scored within 7 minutes of each other to have them 2 up at the break. We felt, as Gateshead did, we felt we were robbed by the referee. The refereeing was absolutely appalling. Blackie then scored. We don't have Paul Blackie anymore. He's moved on to bigger and better things at Spennymoor. But Blackett scored. It was a deflected effort into the corner of the goal, and then AC scored a thunderfuck into the top corner, which was a good goal. But and then we could have won it. We hit the post. We came close. If I can remember, we then hit the bar. Which we could have beat Barnet easily. We deserved to beat Barnet, I think. But it wasn't to be. Then I was in Lanzarote on the following Tuesday, and we could have beaten Notts County. Now, Notts County, I would virtually say they are going to win the league now. I mean, they're 4 points clear at New Year. Tom Allen, who is on loan at Spenny, why, I don't know. He got the opener with like a finesse effort into the near corner, I believe it was. So Allen scored, and we were 2 minutes away. Again, what is it with the late goals? We did it against Dagenham, conceded a late one, and Story's own goal went past Monty in goal. Now, had we had Dan Langley in net for that game, we would have got trounced. But we had Monty in net. And that's probably why we started the season off with 3 draws in a row. And then we played Dorking Wanderers in a game where we definitely should have done better. James McShane's quick-fire double had us on our backs. It was 2-0 Wanderers at half-time. AC did get one back to net, his 3rd of the season, but we're beaten. And it doesn't shock me because we played Dan Langley in goal. I mean, are the blue lights departing? I don't know what it was, but they are leaving now. And then the following week, we played Wealdstone at home. And this was disappointing. We weren't bad. I'll admit that. Were we great? No. By no means were we great. We played the fact with their goal. We played some lovely ticky-tacky football. It was one touch, and it got at Ollie, and Ollie squirmed the ball that was meant to go to Bailey straight through to their player, Reece Brown, who had the easiest job possible of just dinking it over Langley. So, ultimately, we lost. I mean, there's a great clip on YouTube of the Heat Army. Of me and Freddie's reaction to Deji Elabere bringing down Paul Blackett straight through on goal. It's actually really quite hilarious because all you hear is both me and him explode. It's like, referee! But yeah, the straight red card. But it didn't help, we still got beat. And that was the day we met the Wealdstone Raider. The following Tuesday night, we went to Wrexham, and as expected, I knew we were going to go to Wrexham and get beat. There was no way we were going to come away from the racecourse ground with a win or even a draw. So Ben Tozer, it was immediately 1-0, and then 8 minutes later, it was 2-0. Owen Bailey got his first of the season, making it 2-1 before Louis Story was sent off. Sums it up, doesn't it? And then Paul Mullen scored 11 minutes from time. And I think that was the first game of the season where I actually think Wrexham deserved that. Not because they bum-licked the league, but they did deserve that win. Then was a turning point. First game of September, we were incredible to beat Maidstone 4-1. Paul Blackett's double, Greg Ollie, I think, scored probably one of the goals of the season so far. Not the goal of the season. We'll get to that at the end of the awards when I'll get there. And then AC, I can't actually remember what the 4th goal was. I'm trying to remember it. I think he poked it. And then Joe Elul, he got a consolation back for Maidstone. So it was like, then we were meant to play Chesterfield, but obviously the Queen unfortunately passed away. So the following game was 3 nights later against Halifax. And this, I mean, from what I heard, this was the worst we've played this season. And I don't know how that is because we have been shocking. Emmanuel Desirouver's quickfire double had us on our asses as Owen Gallagher got our second red card of the season. Boreham Wood was next at home, and Laraka Sani's beauty got off the mark with 1-0 up. And then we just fucked it up ourselves. Dan Langley made a stupid error. I mean, why are we shocked? And Josh Reese pounced on it, and it ended 1-1. Following week, we were on BT Sport against Maidenhead, and Dan Ward scored the winner to get the win. It was a much needed win, which was good. Followed by Eastleigh at the stadium, and this wasn't so much a mistake. This was just a lack of concentration in defence. Ryan Hill smashed into the roof of Langley's goal. I mean, Dan Langley can barely save a fly, to be honest. We'll get into that. Super sub, me and Freddie both called it at the start of the season that he would score a belter on his debut. And what did he do? He nearly ripped the net open, did Dan Jarvis. And that ended 1 apiece. So as you see, far too many draws. I mean, Dagenham, we could have won the game. Barnet, we could have won the game. Notts, we could have won the game. And then Boreham Wood, we could have won the game. And Eastleigh. We could easily be out the relegation zone. That's just football for you. 3 nights later, started off brilliantly. Owen Bailey with his second of the season. And we were straight away thinking that, is it actually going to be tonight? Are we going to get another win at home? And then it comes to potentially the most disappointing performance I've seen in a Gateshead shirt. Chris Clark equalised for Altrincham, and Marcus Dinyanga thunderbolted one into the corner. And then Dan Maloney made it 3-1. And then it was just to the point where you're 3-1 down, the team doesn't look like they're getting back in it. It's like you just want to go home. And at that point, I did. A couple of days later, Louis Dennis put Bromley ahead. And would you know it, we were heading for defeat. Dan Ward piped? What the fuck's piped? Piped up again with his second of the season and scored a leveller. And it ended 1-1. And another draw. I don't know what was that? Draw 6 of the season against Bromley. Then it was FA Cup day and we went 1-0 down. Does that shock anybody? Nope. Robbie Tinkler and Greg Ollie, it was 2-1. 18 minutes away from being in the first round of the FA Cup. Nope, we're Gateshead. We send it to a replay as Marcus Dinyanga equalised. The replay was 3 days later against Altrincham, and Adam Campbell's quick-fire double. I mean, the first one will be the luckiest. Will it actually be the luckiest goal of the season? One of the luckiest goals of the season. Their defender played it back. The keeper missed the clearance, and Campbell had the easiest tap-in ever before slotting one in 3 minutes later. And then the goal that every Gator fan will claim was offside. We've got it on video. Freddie has a picture of it, of Dinyanga scoring a goal, which was miles offside. So it moved on from that back to the National League, and this is up there. This is up there when we lost to Wogan. Rhys Griggle-Cox made it 1-0. And then Jermaine Anderson, a penalty given away by Langley. He saved the penalty, to my shock. They scored the rebound, and I was like, why am I not surprised? Dirty bastards were Wogan. How they didn't get a yellow card is beyond me. I'm just looking at the stats here. And then Luke Wilkinson made it 3-0 just before half-time, just after half-time, and I was like, really? Wardy scored his third of the season, but that just summed it up. A shocking display. And this month just didn't get any better because we then went down to Scunthorpe. I didn't, unfortunately. I would have had it not been a Tuesday night. We scored. We went 1-0 up. Could we hold on? No. Give away another penalty as Joe Nuttall scored. Then Colin Lavery made it 2-1. And then Nuttall scored another penalty. And for the second game in a row, we lost 3-1. It was just depressing. And then we played Solihull early through a really fluky... their defender played it back. And their keeper kind of missed the ball. And it just rolled into the corner. And gave us the lead against Solihull. We were heading for victory 7 minutes from time. We let them back into it. We let him back into it, and what happened? Typical Gateshead. Hello, Freddie. How are you? Say hello to the boys on stream. I mean,
hello everyone, how are you doing?
I mean, I'm assuming you've been watching along.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so you know exactly where I'm up to. I'm up to the Solihull game. You missed that game because where were you? I think you were out with your mum.
No. What was that? 29th of October?
29th of October, unless it was when you were at the Tomb.
What?
Unless you were at Newcastle, I can't remember.
Not sure, but I know I wasn't there.
But we've seen some extraordinary goals this season, haven't we?
Yes, definitely.
I mean, put it a point. I mean, some I've seen this season. AC's against Barnet. Ollie's against Maidstone. Hassani's against Boreham Wood. We all know the celebrations from that goal. Jarves against Eastleigh. That was a banger.
The celebrations following that as well.
Oh, that was elite. Conte's against Stevenage.
Yeah, maybe well said that. I think I was banned Southend.
That is possibly, and I'm gonna say it on the stream now. I think if I'm ranking my top 3 goals, that is in my top 3 because that was an incredible strike. I mean, Harris's was good, but Conte's on another. It goes from I think you shouting on the video of going, Howie! And I go, attack it, and then Conte just smashes it, and it just swings out and in.
You go attack it, and everyone goes, shoot! And then Conte just fires the top bins. I'm going to finish it.
But then we go straight away to Southend, which was your next game at home, and he goes and does it again.
Oh, Jimmy, he's actually so good. If Mike can't say enough into him, to sign them, or even just to the end of the season, then this is going to go.
Yeah, it's justice for Camille. He has every single post the club put on Twitter, I'm tweeting, announce the extension of the deal.
I was down to see him. I think I must have asked him about 5 times if he's going to sign.
What did he say?
He died asked him, and he was like, we'll see, and then he just kept laughing when I asked him.
Oh, please, I pray. Well, that was a great day, the Southend game. And I feel like that was when we started to see something click.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It felt a bit more like we getting a bit back to our normal selves a bit.
Obviously, then we went down, the club went down to Torquay. We didn't, too far for us. Which was a 1-1 draw. And then you were somewhere on the Aldershot game.
Go on.
I can't remember where you were for the Aldershot game, but
I was out. That's where I was.
You were out. It was a 12:30 kickoff. It was one of the worst games of football I've seen. I know we got beat, but it was just horrendous.
Yeah, I've watched the highlights and I did look up. That's where I think didn't Aaron Martin have a couple of chances there?
Martin had a few chances in that game, but it was a half. It felt like a game where no one wanted to play. It was just an atmospheric, like it just a.
I think with the timing of it, maybe I think everyone's routine would have been changed, like for the players more so.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
go on.
I mean, had we not have been still in the World Cup, I don't think it would have been a 12:30 kickoff.
No, sure the only reason was because was it not Wales were playing a 3 against the Netherlands?
It was whoever got through in our group, so it could have been Wales, USA, or us. Or hell, it could even have been Iran the way they played.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, then what was it? We went to Notts County, and I think I watched the highlights. And I watched the highlights last night of the Notts County game, and the first goal was not savable, so I didn't have any problem with that. But Langley's positioning on the second one.
I think the first goal was when it all came from Langley.
Langley's positioning on the second goal is shocking. It's ridiculous.
I paid for the Notts County game. It wasn't too bad. I didn't think Danny Elliott definitely stood out, and I think he did against York as well. But he's just actually so good.
Yeah.
I think what Mikey's doing is to get Conte, get Danny into the club, and then I'd bring Connor back and Tom Allen back.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, then I know it doesn't really count much as it's the trophy, but the performance we played against Gloucester was like a real turning point for me. And then, as you said, obviously we both went down York on Monday, and that was an incredible performance. I said to Callum, it was just excellent.
No, yeah, like Callum touched on when he was on, he said himself, it felt like you both said that it was like another level, and it was. Honestly, we were rocks. We were really, really good for 90 minutes. You know what I mean? It wasn't as if we went in 1-0. We stopped for 20 minutes, and then 65th minute we were drawn 1-1. Thought, oh wait, we're actually have to do something here and start playing again. It was so consistent through the 90 minutes that we actually played spot on for every minute.
Oh yeah, literally, it's like what Mike touched on. His post-match interview. I mean, obviously our support didn't stop, but it was like it kicked off, and it was like it was like last season again. If you get what I mean.
No, yeah, totally right. It just felt everything was going our way, and everything was just the whole day. Like everything about that went right for Gateshead and the fans as well. I don't think anyone had any issues. I mean, everything just went right.
Literally. Well, coming up, obviously we've got York on Monday. Both of us are there, so there'll be a video on your channel.
Yes, absolutely.
There'll be a video on my channel as well, whether it'll be a match reaction or it'll be like match updates during the match, and then I'll upload them separately when I get home. It'll be like fan reactions instead of game reactions, stuff like that. Barnet's a tough one because I'm not too sure on who's going, but it's my mom's birthday weekend, and I have a feeling she's going to want me up here. So if it comes to anything, I'll probably end up paying for the Barnet game.
If I want to say it personally, I'm down Sheffield that day, so it'll be 3 o'clock. Probably so I would say be near the ground, and I'll have updates going through.
Aye. And then obviously Oldham in the trophy, that'll be my birthday weekend on the 14th.
I tell you what, we need to go for this trophy. We need to go for it.
Yeah. So we've got some exciting games. We've got 4 home games. 4. You go on.
That is a really good one for me, personally, I think. We got York to start it off with. Imagine we start January off with a win against York. Think how good that'll be.
If we do the double against York, I think it's a definite turning point in the season.
100%. I was speaking to AC this morning. My dad was speaking to Mike, and we were saying it's just the momentum. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
3 back in a double over York. That's huge.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Barnet will be a dodgy one if they have the 12th man like they did in August. Then we'll probably get beat. But if we play the way it's difficult because now we've seen that we can play again.
No, yeah, definitely. It's not as if anything's gone again. If you know what I mean, it's still it's still there, just hasn't came out yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'll be at the York game. I'll be at the Oldham game. Then Dortmund on the 21st, and then Wrexham on the 24th. As much as I don't want to go to that Wrexham game,
exciting.
It's exciting, but I just know for a fact we're gonna get hooned about 6-1 or something.
Depending how the start of January goes, obviously we've had 2 wins on the back. We get do a double over York. We get to make off Barnet. We beat Oldham in the truth. They get the Dortmund game, but that lot, that's some momentum.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dortmund don't get beat, then you're thinking really positive going into Wrexham. I mean, I know it's not going to make much difference, you know, but I still think it could help.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind if we beat York and Barnet, draw with Dortmund, and then lose to Wrexham.
No, if we lose to Wrexham 2-3-1, and we put up a fight and actually work our socks off, like we did against York, and we just outclassed, then personally for me, that's I'd not be happy because it's never happened about losing, but you take it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I would say the only 3 games I've been particularly disappointed with this season, especially when I've been at the ground, I would say the Woking game because I think both said to each other when it was 3-0, you may as well call the game off.
Oh yeah, the Woking game.
The Woking, Aldershot, and I would genuinely say the Altrincham game on the Tuesday night.
In the league.
Yeah.
Oh mate, I don't know if you remember, but remember when John came into the ground and John was like, I went John prediction, he said like 4-5-1.
He said 4-5-0, and it got 2 minutes in, and Bales put us 1-0 up, and we were like, "Oh my god, this actually could be a good night." And then 10 minutes later, they go and score a goal that was offside by about 10 yards.
Oh man, it's absolutely shocking. Some of the decisions we've had again, but you know.
But yeah, I mean, we've got. Wait, I don't know actually how many games is left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Right.
Yeah, 23 games left.
But 24 include all of them, and then depending on how far we go.
Which obviously includes how far we go in the trophy, and obviously if there's postponements, because we still have that Dagenham game whenever it's going to be rescheduled.
You know what? I've got a feeling that Dagenham's game's going to be huge.
I've got a strong feeling it's going to be Tuesday the 10th, and I have a feeling it'll be, and this will be this will be a stressful month because we'll go home, away, home, away, home.
Yeah.
Because after Wrexham, our next game at home, if we don't get past Oldham, because if we beat Oldham in the trophy, Yeovil fans are coming up to our ground on a Tuesday night.
You know what, Zach? I hope they do. No offense to you. No offense to any Yeovil fans if they're listening, but honestly, Zach, I hope they do.
I mean, well, it's been good hearing from you, and I'll obviously see you on Monday.
If I'm allowed, I'll be back. If I'm allowed, I'll be back on later.
No bother. Aye, well, I'll catch you in a bit then.
Take care.
See you later. Yeah, as Freddie said. So, I don't know. It's really interesting because it's a season where you could go down, you could go up. I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't know if I'll do one on Liverpool, but at the moment, this season is currently mainly about Gateshead because I've been to most games. I've had, again, some extraordinary moments. I mean, they're not captured on this channel, but they're captured on Freddie's channel. It's amazing because you see the different side of football. You get to talk to the players. You get to see them interact with the fans. I mean, we go back to the York game on Monday, and there's Camille Conte and Greg Ollie, Danny Elliott waving our flags that obviously we've built as we've raised in the fundraiser. And it is incredible to see. But yeah, it is going to be one hell of a second half of the season. And just depends what on earth we can do from there. But that is all from me today. I hope you've all enjoyed the chat, the stream, the talk. I mean, there will be more of this. And as I said, there is obviously the updates to happen. Upcoming live streams include the Royal Rumble on the 28th of January, 28th early morning of the 29th of January. And that will be public to hopefully all American viewers if you want a watch along for the Royal Rumble. Saturday, December 31st, the Horror Show at Extreme Rules. Be there. We've got a hell of a match card currently set. Not a massive match card, but a big one, including a massive main event between a rematch of Brock Lesnar and the Ring General Gunther in a Extreme Rules match. But yeah, if you like this style of content, guys, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more daily content, and I will, as always, see you on the next one. And everyone, please remember to embrace the vision and have a great new year. Bye-bye.